YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, the code. He's in the building.
I have arrived. What's up? What's up? What's up?
We are live for this special occasion that will live in infamy because, warning, spoiler alert, moderators, I need your help. Moderators, I need you to make sure that no one spoils anything in the chat until we spoil it first. Secondly, I need you to make sure that everyone who was in the chat with random updates, they could clearly see by the title, but let them know this is spoilers for The Last of Us 2 and to not come here unless they are trying to be spoiled. So I'm Jody Joe. That's the man, the myth, the legend, the code. I brought the code on because code is very important to this topic. I waited 5 days in order to get an off day from the code so we could talk about this because code, what is the greatest game ever made of all time in existence on this planet?
The Last of Us, period. Period.
Good.
Period.
Good.
Period.
Good. That's exactly what I like to hear.
You already knew that. That was a rhetorical question, but all right, let's go.
I got to make sure that they know. So that's exactly why I had to get the code here, because he loves the game. I love the game, but not as much as him. Greatest of all time? He had to be here.
All time.
Ancient says these spoilers are going to be lit. I haven't read any of the spoilers. Be careful with this, Jody. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Freak Naughty Dog. What's going to happen is we're not going to show any spoilers. What we're going to do, we will watch a video, but you guys won't see it. Me and the code are going to see it behind the scenes. We're going to catch our reaction to it live. And then we're going to read off spoilers from a list that has been given to me.
They about to get you, but let's go.
This is spoilers. Don't do it to him, Jody. LOL. Hey, we just got to do it. This is perfectly within my right as a YouTuber to share my opinion based on spoilers of this game, like any movie or any other article that comes out that we leak and talk about. I am not showing any property or playing any audio of Naughty Dog, period, or Sony, anything. Just for clarity, this is absolutely fair use. And I'm not even using anything for it to even be fair use. So I don't even need to say that, bruh. Let's keep that sheet a buck. Marvin X Files in the chat.
What up, actually?
Talking about Gears of War is the greatest game of all time. That sounds just like a Marvin X Files, bro.
Find the cliff and jump off it, bro.
Trinity's
don't
here.
do that for real.
What's up, Trinity? I ain't seen you in a minute. Up in the chat, Tyree Shabuizi says, warning, this stream will be a reaction to spoiler leaks of The Last of Us 2. Leave if you don't want to be spoiled. It's as simple as that. That's, ladies and gentlemen, it is as simple as that. Do not be here unless you want to be spoiled for The Last of Us 2. How you feel, Code, about, I just want to know, what have you seen? What leaks have you heard? Because you've already told me that you read some stuff. And I have.
Yeah, I read pretty much, I believe it's all the leaks I read, but I haven't seen anything. So, but I read them. But we'll go over them, and then I'll talk about what I've read.
So your wreckage, you know the wreckage. I don't. So you already know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Well,
that's tough. I really hope. I didn't want Code to read any of them, but he did.
I had to.
He couldn't wait. And he already knows. So this is not going to be a real reaction from the Code. You'll be
no.
You're gonna get a real reaction from
video.
Me.
You're gonna get a real reaction from this video watch, and I haven't seen this.
Okay, you haven't seen the video. Okay,
I haven't seen any footage or any screenshots. I haven't seen anything. I just read. It's all text based for me.
All right.
So.
All right. Cool. All right. So with me, when it comes to me, ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen any footage at all. We have a clip here, but this clip that's here is it's I don't know. I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, me neither.
I have articles here as well. I have a slew of, oh my gosh, they have YouTube videos here. Oh my God.
Yeah, It's too many shit out there.
Okay, so I have a whole breakdown. PlayStation Mav 87 says this game is worse than Game of Thrones Season 8. See, now let's just get into it. Let's just get into the spoilers. I'm going to go ahead and read this sheet off for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to verify some stuff. So let's check out some content here. Last of Us 2 spoilers. This is a breakdown for me. Some of the new characters Dina, Jesse, and Abby. These are some new characters. These are all women, I believe. Dina, Jesse, Abby. Those are all female names. So Dina is
I think Jesse's the Asian dude.
Jesse's an Asian dude.
I think Jesse's the Asian dude from the trailer we saw.
Okay.
You remember that trailer we saw way back?
Okay. So Jesse's ex-girlfriend and Ellie's girlfriend. She's bi. So
the
she's
one she
bisexual.
was making out with in the trailer we saw way back.
So that's the girl that she was making out in the trailer. I didn't see the Asian dude. Maybe I just can't remember.
Remember she was talking to an Asian dude first?
Kind of.
Well, whatever.
Kind of. I don't know. K-Dot says, Naughty Dog just made winning the video game awards next year 10 times easier. One more thing, ain't nobody wanted to play as Ellie for a whole game. Nobody wanted to play as Ellie for a whole game. Jesse.
I wanted to play as Ellie.
Jesse is Dina's ex-boyfriend and a friend of Ellie. Oh, it's a love triangle. So it's a love triangle.
Dude. Yeah.
Asian dude likes Ellie. Asian dude was with Ellie.
No.
Ellie's with Dina.
Asian dude was Dina's ex-boyfriend. Is Dina's ex-boyfriend.
All right. Dina is Jesse's ex-boyfriend. Okay. Got
you.
Yeah.
Well, girlfriend.
Ellie's girlfriend. Yeah. Got you. That's the love triangle. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Abby is a stocky woman. He put that in quotes for some reason. Whose past is a mystery.
Did you watch the first trailer with a buff ass chick?
Nah.
That looked like a dude holding a mallet or a hammer or some shit. I believe that's Abby.
Should we go look at that?
If you want, that's fair. That's just a trailer that's been up.
That's all the way fair use. What is it? It's the first Last of Us trailer?
It's the first ever footage you've seen of Last of Us, first ever release. Minus the one with what's her name playing the guitar. That's like the first teaser. Don't you remember a trailer where there was dragging somebody through the rain?
Oh God, so much spam.
I believe that's Abby.
The one from 3 years ago, this 4-minute bit. Someone's got a guitar?
No. It's the one where they're dragging two people.
Trailer 2. Oh, this chick that was above. All right, let me click this shit.
And they're dragging somebody through the rain.
Balls, yeah. All right, I think I found it. The man mower, huh? Get that shit out of here.
I believe that's Abby. Again, I'm working from text.
I'm reacting to it now.
Okay. That's the one where are they dragging somebody through the rain?
Yes, they're dragging somebody through the rain with pitchforks and those lighting torches.
Yeah. That's the one. So I believe that person you're gonna see is Abby because of certain things they said about the character. I think that's Abby.
So I take it these are the Christians.
Right. I heard some shit like that too. There's a cult in the game.
Oh shoot. They ripping guts out.
Right. So Abby's the one being strung up by the neck.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't even have titties, bro. She's like a dude.
Bro, look, you never seen this first trailer?
Nah, man.
Look.
She has pecs.
Bruh, that she's swole, like ripped, cut up, like buff, but
they're nested.
But it is what it is.
With sin.
That's not a problem for me.
Free them, that they may know my.
I don't know how you didn't see this shit.
Never seen it, bro.
Well, there
Yara.
it is. I'll give you more context then.
Here's an Asian girl. Is that the Asian girl that was kissing her?
Where's
No.
the other
Those two
apostate?
aren't in the ones the trailers you saw. They are only in this trailer.
Clip her wings.
I don't know if they might. Huh? Hey, you seen that hand?
She said clipper wings. What is that mean? Oh, that's them elbows.
Here.
Dark as heck.
Yeah. But even with all that, I'm still good.
Yara. Demons are coming.
Demons are coming.
Cut her down. She's one of them. Lev.
Look, it was a good trailer, man. Alright, that one.
Alright, they cut her down.
And you see all that.
She got a hammer.
That manliness.
Oh. Man, this is a dude, my guy. Alright, man. We see that shit.
Look, so I believe that's Abby.
Alright, so Abby's a stocky woman whose past is a mystery. You play the first half of the game as Ellie, and the second half is Abby. What?
Yeah.
What about Joel? You play the first half of the game as Ellie, and the second half is Abby. Proof. The leaked level list divides the game's levels between Ellie's levels and Abby's levels. That's his proof. Then the Christian homophobic cult is called the Seraphites.
Whatever.
The game takes place 5 years after the first game. Bro, so what? How old was Ellie? Like 14 in the first game?
Yeah, she was like 14.
She's 19 years old?
She's probably 20 because her and Joel probably spent about almost a year playing while you're playing the first game because you met her at 14.
Oh my God, you don't play as Joel, bruh. You do not play as Joel?
No. But they said that already way back in a fucking developer conference, whatever they had, interview. They said that.
That's news to me.
News to you? They've been said that.
You been knew that you weren't going to play as Joel this whole time?
Yeah, I'm still okay with that, though.
So you were okay with a non-playable Joel character when he's the backbone of the first game?
Well, I don't want to talk about
They got him
that.
on the promotional material? Isn't he on the cover or some shit? I saw him on the cover. I saw him in the trailer, like promotions.
No? It's mostly
Am I
Ellie
tripping?
you see. It's mostly Ellie you see in promotions.
You a lie.
I'm not lying. What are you talking about? Mostly Ellie you see. If you look up the $200 what's it called? Deluxe edition, you see mostly Ellie. That's all you see.
Reading along. The game takes place 5 years of the first game. All right, so here's a summary of the game. Dina is pregnant with Jesse's baby. Okay, Dina is the gay girl who was with Ellie, right?
Yeah.
And she left Jesse to go with Ellie.
Yeah, but Jesse already hit and
But Jesse
dropped the
put a seed in there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Dina's pregnant with Jesse's baby. Her and Ellie plan to start a family. Shake my head.
Uh-huh.
Joel's massacre in the hospital in the first game inadvertently changed Abby's life as her father was one of the surgeons killed. She's been looking for revenge ever since. So the buff dude, Abby, her father was one of the surgeons that were killed. One of the monsters that was savagely attacking a young baby Ellie to take her freaking blood from her body and kill her.
To save humanity, relax.
Right, that. Okay, for sure. All right.
Yeah.
So far, the most shocking stuff here so far is that you can't play as Joel. That's tough, bro. That's tough. Abby found out about Joel from the Firefly records, while her dad supposedly talked about Ellie with regards to the cure.
Right.
Colt attacks Ellie's settlement, and she, Jesse, and Dinah are part of the group sent to track down and attack it. Jesse is killed during this. This is early in the game.
About that nigga.
So the cult attacks Ellie's settlement, and Ellie, Jesse, and Dinah. Dinah? That's the.
Dina's the pregnant chick.
Dina is the pregnant chick.
Yeah.
Jesse is
the Asian dude, the
all
ex-boyfriend.
Right, so no buff girl yet. All right. Jesse's killed. So Jesse's killed. He doesn't
We
matter.
don't care about him.
All right. Ellie is now violently angry and goes to Seattle looking for the cult's home to wipe it out.
Right.
Meets Joe there because he heard about Jesse and came back to help her.
Right.
Meets Joel there because he heard about Jesse. Who is Jesse to Joel?
We'll figure that out in the game. I think he went for Ellie for the most part. He probably heard about Jesse and heard about what Ellie's gonna do and went to go help Ellie. So, but whatever. Irrelevant.
Okay. So Joe goes to help Ellie, meets up and okay. But Ellie is because her best friend or good friend's killed, she says, "Tell me where they are because I'm gonna kill them all." On some superhero commando shit.
That's what they do it.
All right. Ellie is. What about the cure? Okay. Are we going to talk about the cure in this game?
No.
No cure? No story about the cure? Her blood? None of that?
Bro, this is just maybe they will talk about the cure. I don't know
Reading on.
As far as the leaks go, we're not talking about any cure.
Okay. Spoilers. Get out if you don't want to be spoiled on Last of Us 2. Ellie is now violently angry. She goes to Seattle. Okay. Abby finds Ellie because she's been in conflict with the cult too. Abby is the dude, right? The buff dude.
Yeah.
Abby finds Ellie because she's been in conflict with the cult too. So when Ellie hunts them to Seattle and is set to attack them with Joel, her group finds them and attacks.
Right. So we know Abby has beef with the cult from the video you saw, obviously, that they put out. The buff guy, right? The cult was about to gut her, remember?
Yes.
So Ellie has beef with the cult. Abby has beef with the cult. They're both going after the cult, I guess, and they bump into each other.
I just saw what happened. My peripheral vision, my nigga. My peripheral vision.
What happened?
Abby freaking kills Joel herself after beating him to a bloody pulp by caving in his skull with a golf club?
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I read. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I'm still okay. I'm still okay. You shocked more than I was. I was still fine. I'm still good.
The man Butch murders Joel?
That's correct.
Halfway through the game?
I feel like most of this happened in the beginning of the game. This happens pretty fast.
This
Proceed,
isn't
man.
about zombies anymore. What the frig is this? Should have left the first game as it never needed a sequel. No zombies or cure. Beam.
We'll get into it. This is what I read too.
So you bring Joel into this game to kill him. He doesn't seem like he serves any meaningful purpose to this game. We're not talking cure. We're not talking. Do they even share love and affection for one another? How cold is it?
Is Ellie's vengeance. She's obviously going to get pissed off at this. That's his purpose, his death. So, and obviously to get a response out of fans. You got it.
Do you think that's the video we have of the actual him dying?
I believe so, but I don't know because I haven't seen this
Let's
video.
watch it.
All right, let me know when you're ready to watch.
We're gonna watch this video. It's a minute 30 seconds long. Code, is your hand over the play button?
I'm right there.
On 3. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Click.
Okay.
So when it hits 3, when I say 3, you're clicking the button.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Don't look. Dad! Dad! No! No! Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get.
Oh my God. Bitch! Where's Ellie? Is she bound?
Them, we're no better than he was. They didn't do anything. Your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to.
Okay.
Bro, man, that is the most disrespectful, terrible, vile thing I ever seen in a video game, bro, to a character that means this much. Bro, my heart just broke low key, bro.
I mean, I felt it a little, but it's okay.
Bro, he was dead. He was already done, and she bashed his head in.
You got to make sure he's dead. Look, is there any more in the read up?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna finish that before I get into this.
My psyche is different now. My vibe is I feel a darkness over me, man. My stomach
Relax,
hurts, man. My stomach hurts. I'm not even lying. My stomach freaking hurts.
Hey,
right now.
look, that's how I felt when I read it for the first time. But I just finish it.
He said, "Told you worse than Game of Thrones season 8."
Game of Thrones got me ready. I told you, I'm ready for shit like this. It's okay.
Abby kills Joel herself after beating him to a bloody pulp by caving in his skull with a golf club. This takes place early in the game. One of Abby's people then spits on his corpse and tells him to burn in hell. Then Abby and her group take Ellie back to camp, debating on what to do with her, since despite her hatred, she doesn't blame her for the massacre. Ellie butchers her group to escape, and Abby is now motivated to hunt her down. So Ellie fights off the group that kidnapped her to escape. Right?
Yeah. They was gonna let her go anyways, but
all right. Second half of the game is spent as Abby chasing Ellie.
the disrespect.
Why would I want to play with the bitch that killed Joel?
This is why I
You
said
make me
about
play
this
as
game.
her? Oh,
Yeah.
heck no. Oh, freaking heck no. Are you kidding me? You make me play as her?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's what they said.
Oh, my God. How? Why? Why would... What?
Look, man, I'm
What?
trying to understand the creativity behind it. Okay.
How come why are you smiling?
I'm smiling because I already had that meltdown. I talked to Flash over the phone
my
about
God. god! Oh my god!
Me and the Flash was on the phone. I was having a meltdown.
They make you kill the best character and break your heart, and then make you play as the. What are you trying to throw us in a psychiatric hospital? Do you hate us? That's hate.
So supposedly they're trying to get you. I don't know if any of this true. They're trying to get you to understand it from both sides. Okay. Violence begets violence.
So
that
you're
bullshit.
trying to belittle. You're trying to give us reason why it would be in any way okay for Joel to get his head bashed in by a golf club? Good luck with that. That ain't happening.
Right. I agree with you, man. I'm right there with you.
This is highly offensive. This is highly offensive. You do not love your fans. Naughty Dog, you guys are pieces of shit. Sony, y'all trash for this. Y'all
look. I'm all for telling your own story.
Y'all trash
and all,
for this.
But
y'all
they're not going about it the right way. I'm all for telling your story how you want to tell it. But here's the problem for me.
Y'all been sitting on these spoilers this whole time. Y'all been sitting
happy.
on these spoilers the whole time.
Look, this is why I say I'm happy that I did look at the spoilers, because the spoilers make me know not to buy the game. I'll never spend money on this. You must be. Why would I spend money on this? No, it's not happening.
Why? How do you have the? Listen to me. This is your favorite game of all time. This is my top 5. Yeah. It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
How is it that you can make me fall in love with a character like Joel and Ellie? Completely change the narrative of the story of what it's about: the cure, healing, redemption,
right?
A prosperous future, and then you have some sinister T-100 butch come and kill Joel, and then the ultimate
T100.
spitting on my corpse is you make us play as this character.
Right. How do you play as this character? Like, how do you even have the motivations to play?
It's like you're trying to tell me try to look at it from Hitler's perspective.
Right. How do you have the motivations to play? I don't get it.
Why would they think that after us going through this traumatic event, we would want to play as that character?
But that's not even the worst part. You're playing as the character going after Ellie. It's not, look, I'm not saying it's okay, but what if you were going after the cult? Okay, it's still insult. But not only that, you're going after Ellie while playing as this character. So pretty much it's like Star Wars, right? It's like you're killing off the past. First she kills Joel, and then you must seek out Ellie, which you're also attached to, and kill her. Why? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
At this point, I don't even need to read anything else, bro. At this
point,
you
should finish it.
At this point, I am at this moment. This game is not worth purchasing. This game is protestable. This game is disgusting. This game is offensive. This game is already trash, bro. I ain't talking about gameplay, mechanics. They're probably fantastic.
Story.
I'm talking about the story alone. The Last of Us is mostly story. The mechanics come second, a distant second.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, I think it's story and then voice work and then gameplay.
Well, gameplay is not really up for anything.
The gameplay is kind of weak if you ask me, as far as like the mechanics.
Yeah, they are. It was resting on its gameplay. That's what made it a great game. And now you just destroyed it. Like,
I didn't think that I would have this feel about. I didn't think it was gonna be. I thought all you guys were blowing smoke, trying to compare it to Game of Thrones season 8. That's ultimate. And then I'm here, and I'm at this moment, and I'm instantly thinking like, oh my god,
Game of Thrones, right?
Oh my god, you guys were pretty much on point. Is it?
Like Game of Thrones,
is it
bro.
worse than Game of Thrones season 8?
Is there more? Finish it.
There's like 3-4 more points. I don't even want. I'm scared, bro.
Why?
It's already over.
Finish it.
The second half of the game is spent as Abby chasing Ellie. So we have to play as a character that's going to probably kill another character we love. Try to. And then we gotta. So when Ellie gets revenge on Abby, can we play as Ellie?
I have no idea. Keep reading.
There's no way Ellie letting that shit fly, bro. And then That's ultimate rage.
There's
Now,
no
I
way.
want Ellie. Now,
There's no way Abby's gonna let that shit fly.
what, bro? Ellie finna kill all of them. Now I want. See, that's the trickery, like Game of Thrones. Now I want Ellie to kill them all, and that's the only redemption. That's the only reprieve that you could possibly get from this.
You can't give me nothing. But.
Second half of the game is spent as Abby chasing Ellie. The game has you playing as Joel's killer for the rest of the game. Oh, so there's no more Ellie. There's no more Ellie play? What the fuck?
I have no idea. Again, I have no idea.
It hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, but there's a very high possibility that Abby is transsexual.
Right.
Many, not all, but many believe this too. I say he is because he looks like a freaking man. Seriously. Anyway, Ellie continues hunting the cult while you chase her down. This is torture. You guys are freaking gonna, bro. You guys are gonna legitimately have cases of people killing themselves because playing this game. I think this is gonna make people kill themselves.
I hope not.
You know those super sycophantic, super into the stuff. You know those people are gonna be hurting themselves, hurting other people. Naughty Dog, y'all better put freaking armored gates around your building.
Bro, I'm just
Not
happy
me.
that the leaks came out.
I see other people who, bro.
I'm so glad the leaks
You are making me hold a controller in my hands and play as the
Destroy
sole
the
thing
thing
that
you love.
destroyed my heart.
You have to destroy the thing you love. But I'm not buying it, so I'm not gonna experience that.
All right. Anyway, Ellie continues hunting the cult while you chase her down. Next bullet point. The ending is Ellie and Abby fighting to the death, with Dina joining sometime in between. Dina, that's her girlfriend.
The pregnant chick, yeah.
However, Abby proves to be more than a match for both as she brutally beats the living shit out of them. Before she's about to kill Dina, Ellie pleads for her to stop as she's about to split her throat. Abby's young companion, Lev, convinces her to... What? Wait. Abby proves to be more than a match. The man beat more than a match. She brutally beats the living shit out of them. Before the man, Butch, is about to kill Dina, Ellie pleads for the man to stop as the man is about to slit her throat. Abby's young companion, Leave, convinces him not to, and they leave. Full ending takes place months after Ellie's boss fight. Dina has her baby, and the cycle of revenge comes around, with Ellie leaving to hunt down Abby to avenge Joel and Jesse. So, you kill Joel. You make me play as the character that hunts down the only other thing that I love, Ellie. And then you have this stupid character played by me beating up Ellie, and only before I was going to kill her, a motherfucker on the side said not to, and I just leave.
Well, Abby lives. She spares your life again.
Abby kills Joel and then says, I'm going to let you live. And she leaves. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, they're trying to set up a third game? For show. Cycle of revenge for show. They set up a third game like there will be a third game. Bruh, this shit gonna flop. No money sold. Everybody do not buy this game, bro. In fact, I trust that someone else out there will pirate and find some way to put this game in some type of format that could be in cinematic up on YouTube, playable through PC somehow, bro. Unlock. This game is disrespectful, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is salvageable? Code, what is salvageable here?
There's nothing. There's
Why
nothing.
did I play this? I'm legitimately asking myself after why did I play this?
It has nothing to do.
It's so shoehorned in. It doesn't
Yeah.
flow with the first game at all.
Right.
It's totally different.
Right.
You shoehorn this.
My problem
movement,
with
this
this
SJW, this gay shit, this propaganda.
My problem with this game is the fact that why would you let me play as this unknown that you didn't even set up in the first game? And then the setup, from what I read and now that I've seen, the setup that you give me is, like you said, shoehorned in. The setup is so random, it could have happened at any point. It's terrible writing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, some doctor that you killed had a kid and that kid wants revenge. You know how many people you killed throughout The Last of Us going through your journey? You could have picked any one of those individuals and said they had a kid.
That's
right?
You could have
picked any random character and say, okay, they had a kid, and when you killed them passing through their area, the kid was left on their own and had to feed themselves, and now they hate Joel and Ellie for that. You could have picked any character that doesn't mean anything. You get what I'm saying? So why am I upset about this? I'm upset because it seems like lazy writing. You had look, you came from great writing.
It
you
seems
had
like lazy writing. This is no effort writing. This is what happens when you're trying to promote an agenda over telling a good story and actually giving quality.
That's what I was afraid of.
It's forced. It's so forced. Reading these bulletins, it feels forced, and I'm not even playing it yet.
Look, there's so much wrong. You had ample opportunity for stuff that you built up with us as players. And I'm talking as a fan of the story, right? You had Marlene, which was the leader of the Fireflies that Joel killed, right? Joel killing Marlene, you could have said that Marlene being the leader of the Fireflies.
Yes.
The Fireflies love Marlene because she was their leader. Not only that, you could have stressed the fact that Ellie's mom left her with Marlene. That could have been a shoehorn in, like not shoehorn in, but telling you that Marlene is a good person. Why would Ellie's mom leave her with her daughter to keep safe if she was a bad person? You get what I'm saying?
Yes. So
you could have built up lots of stuff with Marlene, with Joel killing Marlene and having the Fireflies want revenge for their leader. That's just one take, and that's an easy take. There's even Joel's brother, right? Tommy. Tommy mentions to Joel that living with Joel, remember when Joel and Tess used to do shady shit? When Joel said he's been on both sides of the attack when he was.
Yeah, I remember.
Tommy says living with you those years back in Seattle was hell. And Joel said, I kept you alive. You could have brought somebody from Tommy's past, or even Tommy talking about somebody referencing the fact that they were living through hell, and the fact that Joel mentioned the fact that he'd been on both sides of the attack, which means he's done shady shit that somebody would want revenge for. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, but you took something that means nothing to your players, and that's just the icing on the cake, because I'm upset about this.
Shabui says apparently there's another leak that says there's a different ending. The other leak says that Abby kills Ellie in the end, and Ellie's friends plan to hunt down Abby in the end.
Right. So look, not only that, those are just 2 points that I consider lazy writing after you set up such beautiful writing. Now check this. The first game was all about the relationship between Ellie and Joel losing his daughter and finding a reason to continue living and finding that peace within Ellie. You get what I'm saying? And only to have you come at the end of the game to choose between going back into that dark place where he was when he lost his daughter, or sacrifice the world and save Ellie and not go into that dark place, right? That's the setup. That's the game.
Tyree, and now I disagree with what you're saying in the chat. They made Joel and Ellie the villains. No, they tried to. They tried to. They will never be villains in our eyes. You can't make them villains.
Right. So look, but even so, now let's continue. Let's continue. So that was the layout for the first game. And now you're telling me that the second game is about revenge? Why? Was the first game about revenge? You get what I'm saying? The first game has nothing to do with revenge. So why are you setting up revenge? I don't understand the logic.
Code, I'm okay with revenge. I'm fine with a revenge story, but it must be settled in. You cannot introduce an Asian dude, have him die, and then just make Ellie go on a revenge rampage across the city. Where's Joel in the beginning? So what that tells me is that Ellie and Joel already have a tainted, maybe distant relationship. It's distant. Why are they not living together? Why is he not taking care of his daughter?
I don't want to get into speculations, but look.
What do you mean? All I'm saying, according to these bulletins here, Joel is in another state and they meet up out of state.
Well, that's because Ellie left wherever she was, but they can put in a number of reasons why he's somewhere else. I don't want to. That could be for anything. But anyways, my point I'm making when I say the revenge plot is bullshit is because, so bad, like you said, you have to set it up, right? You have to let me give you an example. I don't like to do bullshit, but I'm getting into the shit. You can set it up. If you remember how you played the first game and you started off as Sarah, right?
Yes.
And you played that scene where Sarah died, right?
Yeah.
If you started the first game, you did a Quentin Tarantino shit where you started the first game as Abby, right? The chick that wants revenge. And you play the scene, they give you a couple levels of Abby and her dad, the doctor.
Come you're not mad?
I'm highly upset.
How is it that you're able to talk about this like this? Why am I? Is it because I'm more emotional than you? Why am I hurt right now and you're not?
First of all, I'm hurt. Second of all, I already went through this with the Flash yelling over the phone. But I'm willing to accept creative writers doing their thing.
What does that mean? What do you mean writers doing their thing? What thing, Code?
What do you mean? You can have a
SJW agenda thing? Yeah, I see that.
No. I don't
think they had writers that wrote this, bro. I just think they got movement people to write this shit with no experience.
I'm not accepting what's happening in the game.
I know you're not accepting it, but I'm like, dang, bro, this is your favorite game of all time. You spoke so highly of it to me for years, and it was your love for the game that made me try out the game. I love the game, but
you got me twisted.
You completely tore down Joel. You did him. You know what that reminded me of? Seeing Joel's head get bashed in by an unknown butch lesbian dyke carpet muncher. What? It made me feel like Sons of Anarchy season 5, where Opie died, bro. I had that same feeling in my gut just now when Opie says, "I got this," and he freaking got his head bashed in by a baseball bat.
That's a little different, but you mistake. You're making mistaken assumptions about me. I don't care about The Last of Us 2 because I don't have The Last of Us 2. And The Last of Us 2 isn't a thing for me. The Last of Us will forever be my favorite game of all time. Maybe, unless something else, not part 2, come and replace it. The part 1 will always be that awesome game. Part 2 takes nothing from it. Okay, so there's nothing I can do about that.
All right, let me read some of these donations. They have a lot to say. There's a $5 donation that came here earlier. Stay Gold Bang. He says, just look at the flowers, Jody. Remember, Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, and Watch Dogs Legion. We'll get through this.
I'm already over this shit, bro.
I'm wrecked right now.
I would be wrecked.
Get over it. It's a video game. I'll get over it.
Look.
I'm always look back on this and feel some type of way. Just like I'm over Game of Thrones season 8 Code, but every time you bring it up, my mind and my head hurt a little bit.
No, but look, Game of Thrones happened within the same. That was the whole shit. Like Game of Thrones. If Abby would have come, you saw that scene we just watched? If they would have played that and then at the end of the game have Abby bashed in Joel's skull, then I would feel like you because it happened in the same narrative. This is not happening in my game that I love so much. Oh my God. So I don't care about this shit.
Nia says they try to do the surgery against the Ellie thing, against Ellie will. So Green Ranger says, why do these studios care so little about continuity? It's not that they care so little about continuity, Green Ranger. It's that they care more about an agenda, about a wave, about the establishing a new status quo. This woman over men, gay over straight, it's got to stop. It's our characters these characters have paid the cost for an agenda. I guarantee you this. Here's the sad part. Code, you listening?
I'm listening.
If the SJW, if the Me Too, if the LGBTQ plus, if this freaking agenda that's out there didn't exist, this game would not exist this way. Joel and Ellie would still be alive.
I don't know about that. That's a stretch.
It is not a stretch to me at all. That's almost ace in the hole. I could put my life on that motherfucker. If 2017 to 2020 never happened, if it wasn't no movement in that agenda, that new wave, they wouldn't be dead right now.
Maybe they would be dead
of the climate we live in.
It probably wouldn't have been by a person that looks to be female and male at the same time, but they probably still would have been dead.
No. Yeah, dead. Not in this disrespectful fashion. Can I tell you, Code? I'm okay with Joel dying in this game. Let me play as Joel. Let me get some tears. Let me get some redemption. Let me get him saving Ellie a couple more times. Let me get Ellie saving Joel as I'm playing as Ellie a couple times. And then let Joel sacrifice his life for Ellie and let me cry again. I'm cool with Joel dying. Not like this.
That's what I'm mad at. The fact that you're letting me play as somebody. I didn't buy it. It's like buying Batman and you play as Robin for the whole game or have to get. I bought it to play as Batman. So I understand it. That's where my frustrations come in. So, but
couple more donations I need to read.
Get them.
JH125 says The Last of Us 2 is like watching The Walking Dead after Glenn dies.
Facts. Not interested after.
PlayStation
Facts.
Mav 87 says they're distant because she's mad. He saved her in part 1. What?
Saved who?
That
what
doesn't make sense.
About? I don't know what you're talking about.
That Joel and Ellie are distant because he saved her in part 1. What does that mean? That she has an
because she gave her
to
consent.
help human.
Right, she wanted to sacrifice herself for the story for the
Oh no! Oh come on!
To save the world.
Oh my god! The writing is terrible.
And Joel lied to her when she said, "Tell me everything you said happened was true," and he was like, "Yeah." But whatever, that doesn't mean anything to these events.
Oh my god, I'm wrecked. Uncompetitive $5 euro. He says, I think this game has multiple endings. Make a counterintuitive choice for Ellie not to take revenge to a happy ending with Dina and her baby.
Nah. I wouldn't do that.
This is tough, bro. This is a tough pill to swallow.
I'm not swallowing it. I'm not paying for this.
Let me tell you something right now. Just because you don't buy it or play it, don't mean this shit ain't canon. It happened.
It is canon, but I don't.
As much as I would like to ignore Game of Thrones season 8, it happened.
Game of Thrones happened within the. It wasn't a sequel. It wasn't season 2 or whatever. It wasn't the. It was all one story.
What do you mean it wasn't a season 2? It was season 8. It was yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's not separate from. They were telling a story. That was the conclusion.
It's the same story with The Last of Us 2, though, as well. Right?
You know what I mean? It's like when you. It's the same way you say when you say like Clone Wars. The movies are where you get all your Clone Wars is canon.
A good question: would you play it for free? I don't even know. No, I won't even play it for free.
I play it for free.
You have to pay me to play that shit. That's worse.
I'll play for free. I would never pay because I don't want to support
you play that for free. So you want to experience that? You want to go through this that we just read? You want to go through that? You want to play as the character that bashes Joel's skull in?
I don't want to play.
You're actually going to do that?
I'm just not interested in supporting this type of behavior. I'm just not interested in supporting this type of behavior. And as you blatantly put it, just because I don't play it doesn't make it not so. But it's irrelevant. The best way I can be against this is to not buy it. That's it. So that's what I'll do.
Is to not buy it. Is to tell other people not to buy it. I'm using my platform. I'm using my platform as awareness to not buy it. I am promoting people to tell people
I'll never do that.
Not buy it.
They can form their own opinions about it.
That's fine. Yeah, you be all liberty and shit, motherfucker.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to tell you.
I have no problem getting my hands dirty. Don't buy this game. Tell your aunties, uncles, nieces, auntie by marriage of law, don't buy this game.
That's up to them.
They will take a hit to the pockets when this game
I believe
releases.
They will too.
That's why they force release the game, because they know that they got them in the dirt. There's no keep reading. Oh, yeah, there is a keep reading. There's a little bit more here. Oh my God. Justice Divine Allah. Thank you for the $10, Justice Divine. These companies are pandering to demographics that don't even consume their content while alienating their already loyal audience. Naughty Dog and their agenda. Don't buy this shit, y'all. He invested $10 to the movement. That's what that is. Divine Jesus Allah put $10 to the Don't Buy This movement. He's investing capital, money, currency. That $10 could have got him a 5-piece Popeyes meal. He said, I'm putting that shit to the movement, bruh. K-Dot says, in code we trust. Keep reading Jody. Shabuzi says, it's scary how much the SJW movement can destroy a franchise like this. An agenda took 2 great characters and an excellent franchise and turned it into ash. I want to puke for this.
I don't see the SJW problem with I don't see any problems with that.
In conclusion, I saw the leaked cutscenes, which made me so mad, bruh. Don't look at the leaked footage, especially Joel's death. It's gonna destroy y'all. Get hyped for Ghost of Tsushima. And that game is going to be fire. A cinematic masterpiece of a game. It comes out in early July. Stevenson, we already reacted. We already saw the footage. And my sheet is wrecked. It's Opie dying in Sons of Anarchy. That's the feeling that I got. I got that same feeling once Opie got his head cracked and then beat on like that. Oh, my God. And you're right, Jesus. Surge562. It was a pipe, not a bat. JH125, Jody, go watch Chronicles of Judah 144. You'll understand even more why Hollywood keeps pushing this agenda. And specifically, watch his Endgame review. Thank you for the recommendation. K-Dot says, can we all agree Abby is actually Bobby? Well, we know it's something. It's a he, she, butch.
I don't know that.
Stuff.
It could be a buff dude. I mean, buff chick.
A buff chick, kind of like the chick that was in Terminator Salvation, right? Something like that with the white.
She wasn't that buff, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little something like that for sure.
Yeah,
blurring the
like
lines.
that.
They're trying to blur the lines between male and female identity. Look, I am all for if you want to be gay, that's you. That's your life. You want to be trans, that's you. That's your life. That ain't me and my life. I'm cool with it. But what I ain't cool for is trying to blend shit and try to impose stuff on all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you change characters that have established precedence and story and history, and you change them to something, that means you're promoting the agenda. You know
that's why I say I don't see the agenda here, even if it is a transsexual. Like, that's not an issue for me here.
You don't see the agenda. You don't see them the Christian cult that are going against gays because they think they're evil and killing them and hanging them.
Well, I don't have any context. I don't have any context of that in the game. Like, they didn't go over that.
So
what I'm saying is, if you replaced Abby,
it's alleged that there's a Christian cult in here that are the villains that are attacking people who are gay. The oppressed gay people.
Right. We'll see where that goes. But what I'm saying is, if you replace Abby with Steve and he's a regular dude and he killed Joel in that matter, I would still be upset the same way. It doesn't matter what you do to the gender. That doesn't affect me. It's the fact of what you did.
Me.
It's what you did. That's what
it affects me. It affects me. It affects me. I'm sorry. This is wrong on so many different levels, Code, beyond just the murder of Joel.
So wait. If Steve, the Samoan guy, bashed Joel's head in, you would be less upset?
I would be perfectly okay with it.
Are you insane?
Yeah, I'm insane. No, I wouldn't be okay with that. What are you talking about? Why would you ask me that?
Because the SJW shit, the fact that she's trans or whatever.
There's other SJW stuff outside of the murder of Joel. That's just another level of blasphemy.
I'm just saying,
what you don't get, Code, is it's the gameplay experience, the little nuances, the little stuff that you're going to get from the cult of Christians that's going to wreck your stuff.
But I haven't gotten that yet.
You haven't gotten that yet, but I did a report on it. I did a report on the leaker from Naughty Dog who got tired because he felt like his faith was being challenged by a movement of lynch mob.
Right. Well, again, I have to experience that. I'm not.
Well, all right.
I'm not gonna make judgments on things I know nothing about.
Leaks have no context, and Abby is not trans. That's what Antoine Charles is saying.
Doesn't matter if it's trans or not. That's my point. That action that took place is horrendous.
It matters. Here's what it means to me. And I got to see the fight. How did Joel just take an L? Did Joel go one-on-one with this bot and lose?
He's old, bro.
If this fool Joel got one-on-one beat by a girl, we got problems, bruh.
You started out with problems.
I know, but I'm talking about the way you think.
The way I think.
JW, that don't mean
Bro,
doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. Yeah, it does.
Doesn't matter.
Joel taking an L to a girl
if Joel
and get his head bashed in like that.
Joel, we on different levels.
And then that same woman man beats Ellie and another person 2-on-1.
I don't care about shit like that. If Joel comes in the room and beat Abby's ass, and one of Abby's henchmen sneak up behind him and knocks him out, and then she kills him, I'm still upset the same way. I don't give a shit how it happened. That's irrelevant to me. I don't care if he won the fight.
Wait a
That's
minute.
Bullshit.
Wait, so
that means nothing to me.
So if Joel gets his head bashed in after being beaten by a 15-year-old high school Asian girl, it wouldn't hurt you more than him getting beaten by a 300-pound muscle-bound karate fighter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you foolish. You being foolish right now. You being dumb as a motherfucker. How the freak can you say that shit on live and still try to make that shit come over that? What the freak?
Because you're making no sense. You're asking. First of all, you're asking the wrong question. If Joel gets beaten by whoever and then killed, the killing is what I'm mad at, not the fact that he lost. If he won the fight and then somebody else came in and knocked him out,
hold on,
irrelevant.
You're going left and right. Code. If Joel,
you're doing it again.
If Joel got called out 1-on-1 to an 80-pound teenage Asian girl, and she beats him up, bashes his head in, it wouldn't be as effective to you if he got beaten by a 300-pound muscle-bound actual fighter who just bested him because he's better?
You're doing it again.
It's the same to you?
You're doing it again.
What am I doing?
You're doing it again.
What am I doing?
You're trying to tie the fact that he got defeated and then killed together. I don't care if he's defeated. I only care that he died. The fact that he was defeated is irrelevant to me.
For sure.
Okay? All right?
For sure.
Damn.
How does it feel if a 13-year-old prepubescent Asian girl calls Joel out in a fight and beats the shit out of him to a bloody pulp? And he lives.
I don't give a shit.
Beats him to a bloody pulp.
I don't give a shit. He lives. I don't give a shit.
Is that just as equal to you as Joel taking an L to a karate, muscle-bound, 300-pound martial artist? You look at them as the same?
No, I don't give a shit. Let me clear this up for you because you.
Oh man,
bruh.
Watch out.
Why do I always gotta
go
through
this? What is this I'm hearing?
Why do I always have to go through this?
You're okay with Joel taking an L to a child?
Yes. Why do I always have to go through this with you? Let me go slowly.
You sure you love the character?
Let me go slowly. If Joel takes an L in a physical fight with a child, we have a different problem. If Joel gets murdered by a child, whether he lost the fight or not, we have a different problem.
So let me ask you again. If a child murders Joel by beating him to death, it's the same to you as a muscle-bound karate martial artist that beats him to death.
Yeah, it's his death that I'm concerned about, not who.
What? Who and how he died matters, my dude.
That's irrelevant.
What you mean that's irrelevant? What you mean that's irrelevant? How is that irrelevant? And who kills you matters too, bro. Actually, there's law behind this. Aggravated, premeditated, accidental, second degree, third degree, first degree, capital murder.
I addressed that already.
What the frick are you talking about?
I addressed that already. What did I say? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear me?
I think so.
If it was a child, if it was a buff dude, if it was a trans, we have a different problem. That's where I addressed it. That's where it matters.
But you're not answering my question. You said
you
did answer my question. You said you're okay with it. Oh, that's
those
crazy.
Things you're trying to make important makes different problems. Those are unimportant. It is in fact his death.
I'm sorry.
That makes it a problem.
I'm sorry.
I'm
trying to be open-minded. I'm getting wrecked right now, bro. You're wrecking my shit.
All right. Let me put it. I feel like I'm good at this. Let me put it as best I can, and he still won't get it. Joel is your dad. You walk up to the crime scene, you see the cops outside, and you say, "What happened?" They say, "Your dad is dead."
Mm-hmm.
You're upset that he's dead. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's separate the fact that you want to know how later. Right now, you're only upset that your dad is dead. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now you walk up to the same crime scene, right? You go, what happened? They go, your dad got beat up, but he's okay. Again, the fact that he got beat up is irrelevant. If he got beat up when he died, irrelevant. You're only concerned about the death. The fact that he's, I don't know how else I can stress this to you.
Nigga,
Somebody being dead is irrelevant. He's dead. After death, nothing else matters.
So nothing else matters. Okay. So I come up to your analogy is off because you're talking about my father. You're talking about my father, so that's different. So if I come to a crime scene and I find out my dad is dead, the officer says, son, your dad's dead. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be hurt. My dad's death is the only thing that matters. Until the officer tells me that the person that killed my dad was my mom. Now that hurts even worse.
Stop right there. When the officer tells you it's your mom, cue the code from a couple minutes ago. We have a different problem. That's a different problem.
I'm just refuting your point. I'm just refuting your point that the actual death still matters to who done it.
No,
how they died.
That is a different problem.
I am okay. I am more okay with losing a loved one in a tragic car accident than an in-home burglary robbery where he was tied and bound and shot in the back of the head, thinking about his family.
Say why, and use my
because
word.
one is more brutal than the other. One is more traumatizing than the other.
This is ABC. Because
one is
you have
more
a different
traumatizing
problem.
than the other, my dude.
Because you have a different problem. If your dad died in a plane crash, you have a different problem as if somebody broke in and murdered your dad.
What's the different problem? What's the different problem?
Different problem is your hatred for the person, revenge, probably wanting justice. If your dad died in an accident, you're just sad. You have a different problem. But the fact that he's gone will remain the same. I don't know how you can't see this. What the heck?
What's wrong with me? Am I stupid?
What the hell is wrong?
Am I stupid? Chat, am I stupid? What am I not understanding from what I'm getting from code? Am I a dumb motherfucker right now?
His death. When you find out how or where or when he died, that brings new problems into the equation. That's a different problem. We don't need to address
how does that. Change what happened, though? I'm not talking about other problems. I'm just talking about what happened to a girl, a little kid. Murdering and defeating and killing my Joel is terrible compared to it's more believable that Joel would get his shit wrecked for challenging a muscle-bound karate man.
Now we're having that conversation where we're talking about
how someone dies matters, code.
Yes, but it's a different problem.
Who kills them sometimes can matter.
It does matter. That's a different conversation entirely.
How is it a different conversation? It's the same. I ain't going nowhere. Where'd I go? I'm still there.
Listen, I'm trying my best. If you told me Joel was defeated and murdered by a 13-year-old boy that weighs 90 pounds, what are my different problems? That's unbelievable. That's trash storytelling. That doesn't make any sense. I have different problems. If you told me he was defeated by a big muscle-bound dude who outweighs him and outmatch him, I have different problems. Like, okay, that's believable. I'm still upset that he's dead, but the fact that it's believable that somebody can kill him, that's a different problem entirely. Why aren't you seeing this?
I don't think I'm ever gonna see it, man. I'm trying. I don't think I'm ever gonna see where you're coming from.
What the heck?
I have a couple other scenes here that was shared to me.
That's a different conversation.
He knows who he is, but there's a couple of other articles here. I feel like I'm not gonna watch any more scenes because
man, you got the meat and potatoes, man. Fuck this shit.
I don't have any more scenes. I just have like descriptions. I feel like I've touched on most of the stuff. Green Ranger says, I would love to stick around and watch the stream for the rest of the night, but I gotta go to sleep. But here's another donation to support the realist movement before I go. Thank you, Green Ranger. Thank you for that, Green Ranger.
Where did I contradict myself?
You've been wrecking my shit code tonight. You've been wrecking my. I'm shocked because you're the last one. I thought you would have been a lot more. You know, that's good, man. It's good. I need to be more like you. To be honest, I feel like I let my emotions get the best of me.
What?
I wish that I could conceal and not let stuff affect me like it affects.
I already had this outrage with Alex on the phone.
And what your outrage is, it looks you look just how you look right now, and you talk just how you talk.
But I was out
on your face, not a tone raised, not a single nothing.
But I was telling him
Code, your mom's dead, your dad's dead. Oh, that unborn baby and your wife, they're all dead. Really? I'm terribly sad. Oh my God. I've lost it all. This is the worst day of my life.
That's another conversation entirely. I don't want to get
You
into that.
heartless, you stone cold motherfreaker.
Oh, wait, I don't want to get into that. But what are you trying to say? If I'm
I'm trying to
hurting
say you a
inside,
savage.
oh wait, I'm saying if I'm hurting inside and I'm getting destroyed and there are no tears, that makes it hurt less.
Well, if you're hurting inside and you're smiling and making jokes, it makes me think that you're not hurting inside.
Right, but that's not what I said. After that shit,
But
you
you've been
just said.
smiling all night, like, yeah, man. I told you, man. I ain't cheating. This.
I,
It's like this is almost. You're happy.
I've been smiling because I already went through that bullshit.
Look, he's laughing. You
Because I already went through that.
douchebag.
I was pacing back and forth in this room on the phone with Alex, like, why would they let me play? And I was doing this Metal Gear 2 reference where they made me play as right, and I was doing all that already. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
Black Wolf Inc. says you both are on point, but Code is right, given that Joel was basically taken out like a dog and didn't get a death like Whitebeard in One Piece.
I don't watch that shit.
I don't watch that. Swaggy says context matters and every situation matters. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave a lot out until context, right? You got to play the game, right? So, Code, you're going to play the game, right?
Probably not, unless somebody buys it.
Well, I ain't buying that shit.
I ain't buying it. That's for damn sure.
Well, I guess that's it. We'll just wait for people to release the entire cinematic. You know how they released all the
on YouTube
the
and
clips.
shit.
Yeah. So we'll just wait and we'll watch that, man. We'll just check that shit out.
But are you sure you're ready for that? Because you didn't see that last finished fight that they're talking about. Seeing that might be wrecking you.
I'm wrecked.
You ready now? You're where I'm at. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I told you once I got to Joel's death and I saw that, I was done. And then once I saw Joel's death like that, it hurt me to my core. But what wiped out any existence of me ever even, it was when you tried to make me play as, you're forcing me to play as that
right.
character.
That's my main issue. That's my main issue. I'm like, I have no interest in playing as this character you never set up. And then you set up the character in this hateful way and you expect me to play as them?
I see what you meant, G-Knight. I see what you meant.
Fuck?
Is this worse than Game of Thrones season 8 though? I'm gonna still say probably no. Because
I'm gonna say
I put more time and years into Game of Thrones, and
I'd
I put
say
a lot
that
more emotion.
Same level for me. Same level.
I'm willing to settle at same level. I'm willing to. Game of Thrones,
I'll settle for same level.
I would say that yes, Last of Us 2 is the Game of Thrones of video game. Last of Us 2 is the Game of Thrones season 8 of the video gaming industry of all time.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna do it like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the reaction that didn't show any footage. We didn't show any plot details of anything from Naughty Dog. We saw trailer 2 that was actually released by Naughty Dog, so I can see exactly who the Butch was. But that's a trailer, so that's completely fair use. And as far as the leaks that we were talked about today, I showed no visual content on paper. I didn't even play the audio of the clip. I played sporadic seconds to let the world know that we're watching it. But there it is, fair use, no use. I didn't even use it. So
don't be talking about that shit. You can't mention it.
You can't mention that's
freedom of speech. Don't mean shit.
Freedom of speech. We're protected by the Constitution for that. We can say whatever we want, so long as we're not promoting hate or violence or any terrorist threats, anything like that. But what I do think is that people who avoided the spoilers somehow are going to sit in their room and sit and play this game, and they're going to legitimately have mental health issues off of this, bro. I really think this is going to push people over the edge. This is going to make people feel and act out, especially with coronavirus going around. Like, we're already tense, a lot of us, and then you add this to it. I think that this is probably made just to tense us up, to be honest with you.
That's what I can't understand. When you're weaving this narrative, what is your when you weave it, like when you think about putting it to paper and saying, okay, let's do this, don't you even have a response? Like, what would people think?
Does this hurt Sony?
It would. I mean, if it doesn't sell, it will. So
Do you put any blame on Sony for this?
no, Sony lets Naughty Dog do whatever they please because of all their past success. This is all on Naughty Dog,
So you
in
don't
my
think
opinion.
you don't think the Sony gave the okay for this?
Of course, they give the okay. What the heck?
They're
Of
kind of in
course.
it then a little bit, huh?
Nah. This is all Naughty Dog. They let them do what they want, and this is what they wanted to do, and they didn't stop them because Naughty Dog can do no wrong. Well, seems like
Naughty
they're doing
Dog
some
is
wrong.
a first party to Sony, right? Sony is
Yeah.
Naughty Dog. They own them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Most definitely go check out that video I told you about. Thank you, man. So thank you everybody for watching this, reacting to The Last of Us 2 spoilers. Code, I'll let you have the last word, man, before we get on about here. Just what your feeling is, where you're at with it.
I'm not buying the game. The Last of Us Part 1 is my favorite game of all time, man.
Still,
I got nothing.
This doesn't
Yeah,
hurt.
of course.
Does this not bring down The Last of Us Part 1 a little bit for you?
Not a bit.
Does
Not
for
a
me.
one.
Does for me.
They're too separated. They're not even.
It's
They didn't even
Joel,
address.
It's Joel. It's Ellie. It's the story.
Yeah, but they didn't address any issues from Part 1.
You don't know
Nothing.
that you know of. You play the game. It's probably all in there.
Probably.
See,
but I doubt it.
This is very much. It definitely hurts the first game to me, just like Game of Thrones season 8 hurts the whole show of the whole series of Game of Thrones for me. One season.
Yeah, but
remember,
remember what I said. I can still recommend those other seasons to people because they're entertaining to watch. It's just that last season. Yeah. So it never ruins it for me. It's just like Star Wars, the original trilogy and the prequels. I can always watch those. Just stay away from the three movies that came after, and you're good.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so very much for checking out me and the Code, this reaction, this discussion, this absolute onslaught on camera, my heart breaking, falling to the bottom of my stomach. Guys, stand up for what you believe in. Do not give corporations who do not respect the fans the money to keep abusing us.
That's facts.
That's Code. I'm Jody, and we are out this thing, man. Deuces.